I just watched some of the best magicians in Las Vegas, and they were all shit. And by shit, I mean they were spectacular, human, inspiring, and thoughtful. Let me explain. So I was recently hired to perform in Las Vegas for the very first time. It was for the World Game Protection Conference. Basically a room full of casino experts from all around the world watch me cheat at cards. I'll link the video so you can watch it later. But after the conference, we extended our stay in Vegas and managed to watch these shows, namely David Copperfield, Colin, David Blaine, Piff the Magic Dragon, Shin, and Matt Franco. And what I learned from watching them changed the way I look at magic and what really matters on and off stage. The first show we watched was David Copperfield at the MGM Grand. Like many of us, I watched David Copperfield since I was a kid on TV, and I've been a fan ever since. And this was my first time seeing him perform live. I know, as a professional magician, I've never been to Vegas. There were illusions in the show that I've seen on TV, and to finally see it perform live right in front of my very eyes was just simply surreal. There were also moments where the magic happened out in the audience, and when the camera zoomed in on him and he looked straight into the camera, I felt like a kid again, watching him on TV. But what stood out to me wasn't just the big illusions, it was also the storytelling and the structure of the show. The theatre isn't massive, which made the whole experience felt more intimate, especially when the big illusions are performed at close proximity and above our heads. If I could use 3 words to describe the show, it would be spectacular, intimate, and human. Another thing that really impressed me was the crew. Every cue was perfect. The lighting, the props, the sound, the stage was set and reset flawlessly. Oh, what a team to work with. We also paid for the meet and greet, and everything was very organized. Like, where would David stand during the photos? Where should we stand? Everything was just very proper, and this whole time there was this background music playing. So David came out and I had a chance to speak with him. I introduced myself, that I'm a magician from Singapore, and I thanked him for inspiring a whole generation of magicians and magic lovers. And he was incredibly polite. Like, he actually spent time chatting with Angel and myself. And then we took photos, and he signed this poster, right? And then he started performing for all the people who had the meet and greets. It was a simple effect, okay? But the important thing was this: as the effect reached its climax, so did that background music. It crescendoed to a climax as well. And then it hit me from start to finish. From the moment you enter the theatre, the ushers, David's show, the crew, the lighting cues, the sound cues, the camera work, the stage sets, every tiny detail of the production was controlled. Even the smell in the theatre was controlled. Yes, the smell. The entire production was stellar. And here's the craziest part. Copperfield is turning 70 this year and still does 15 shows a week, over 500 shows a year. That's just mad respect for the love of this art and all that. I mean, if I can still be performing at 70, I'll be the happiest magician alive. I've also seen a lot of negative reviews online from magicians and non-magicians about his show. And that night when we watched him, he was simply on form, like it was close to perfect. Sure, he could have spoken a little bit slower during certain parts and all that, but there was just so much magic to go through, and I don't understand the hate. And then the very next day, something happened. David announced that he'll be ending his Vegas residency after 25 years. His last show will be on the 30th of April 2026. I'm just very grateful that I get to see him perform before the curtain closes, and I look forward to see what else he has in store for us. Hopefully something bigger, making the moon disappear, and I really want to go visit his museum one day. The next day, we were supposed to go watch Colin, followed by Penn and Teller. Unfortunately, Penn and Teller cancelled that night. I don't know why, but maybe it was low ticket sales, or maybe Penn is still recovering from his broken ankle. I even bought the meet and greet tickets. I wanted a photo with them. I mean, they're basically Vegas royalty, right? And also to, speak with them and ask them why they haven't put me on their show Full Us. So yeah, maybe next time. we'll see. Colin performs at Harrah's Las Vegas. It is a smaller showroom compared to Copperfield, but it's perfect for what he does. So if you have no idea what Colin Cloud does, he's a mind reader, a mentalist, and his show is called Mastermind. The show itself, it's very well written, okay? Every segment flows into the next, the pacing is tight, there are no boring moments, right? And in fact, Angel and myself enjoyed the show so much that we didn't want it to end, right? It was like, I think 90 minutes, and then we're like, oh, that's it. I was like, oh, just, continue performing. He is, and I think the reason is because he's like very fun on stage, and he's very engaging, always interacting with the audiences, small little callbacks, jokes, and all that kind of thing. And what I enjoy most about him is he's not, as a performer, he's not afraid to break the fourth wall, okay? And it makes the whole experience very intimate and very natural. For a mentalism show, it never gets boring, which I absolutely love. And, hats off to him, does an amazing job. And also, he's the same person on and off stage, okay? He is incredibly kind, he's warm and very generous with his time, okay? And definitely one of my favorite mentalism shows that I've watched. The next day, we watched David Blaine in the Encore Theatre at the Wynn Casino. Now, David Blaine is, of course, very well known for his street magic specials, right? Kind of changed the face of magic when these specials came out because it was all very raw and unfiltered, performing in front of real people, and their reactions were mad, right? They were running away and all that kind of stuff. It was really, really good. If you go into a David Blaine show, you're not expecting big illusions, David Blaine is a close-up magician at heart, and that's exactly what the show is, right? Some of the moments that you have seen on TV or on YouTube and all that, like the physical stunts, right? Sewing his mouth shut, taking an ice pick and piercing it through his arm and that kind of thing. These are the things that you can actually see in the show, right? Live, right in front of you with the camera close up and that kind of thing. Regurgitating objects and animals and and these are some of the things that are, to some people, are hard to watch, right? And the reactions in the theatre during the show is really fascinating because, some people were screaming with excitement, some of them screaming in fear, and some of them just squirming in their seats, which is, I feel, exactly what David Blaine wants people to experience and wants the show to be in this way. One of the parts that I really enjoy was when he talked about his childhood and how his mum got him into magic and how a simple deck of cards meant so much to him. It was a very personal moment which I really enjoy. There was also a very sweet moment where his daughter came out and performed an entire routine, but it wasn't magic. It was gymnastics, acrobatics, and all that. And she does it not professionally and all that. She doesn't do shows or anything like that. She does it just because she loves it, okay? And I think it's very sweet for David to kind of like share the stage with her daughter, with his daughter. It's a very, very heartwarming moment. Oh, I also managed to snag some merch from David Blaine's show. This is his little program book that he signed. Okay, this is the back. It's like the Gator back playing cards. That is huge, and the book itself is quite interesting. It has all the stunts that he has done over the years. I don't know if you can see this, like Vertigo and all that, Buried Alive, Frozen in Time, that kind of thing, which I thought was really cool. Very nice. And there's also this, okay? This is the deck of cards that everyone uses in the show. Everyone is given a deck of cards. It looks like this, okay? But this is one that is still sealed. And I think magicians go crazy over things like this. So here we go. This is the deck that he used. During the show, it says do not open. And everybody participates in a little card trick towards the end of the show. And it's quite interesting, okay? So pack of cards over here. That's the back design, okay? I really like the Ace of Spades. It's very, very him, I guess, right? Very nice. And I also bought this. This is... almost dropped. This, right? This is another sign deck. This is the green gator backs, right? Spades. I've actually never opened this yet. Okay, so you and I are going to see it for the first time. Here we go. Okay, very nice. Right, holographic. And I think the deck is also holographic. Yep, I'm right. Here we go. Oh, ta-da! Let me just tilt it so you can see the holographic print, right? Very cool. That's the Ace of Spades, right? And It also comes with other holographic cards like this one, okay, and then we have this one, okay, and then we have two more, which is this, no idea what this is, okay, and the Ace of Spades as well. All right, so very cool, and yeah, the cards are amazing. They handle really well. So yeah, very beautiful. After the show, I didn't get the meet and greet tickets because they were a little bit out of budget. So we decided to wait for him outside the theatre and see if we might catch him, which we did. I managed to go up to him, introduce myself, say hello, magician from Singapore, thank him for the show and all that. And then I asked if we could take a photo. And then he pointed at Angel's phone and said, oh, she's already doing it, and then just headed off. And then I was just left there like this. Yeah. It was interesting. Here's the video. To be fair, I didn't buy the meet and greet tickets, and after a whole night of performing and not eating, and because he has to regurgitate all the things that he stores inside his stomach, and doing a meet and greet and all that, he just wants to call it a night. But yeah, that was my David Blaine moment. The next night, we went to watch Piff the Magic Dragon at the Flamingo. Now, Piff, or John, is someone that I actually known for a long time. We first met back in 2012 in the FISM World Championships of Magic in Blackpool, and back then he was still performing in the restaurants in London's Soho area. And I've been following his career ever since. Piff's show is incredibly refreshing, okay? It is not something that you expect from a normal magic show. He is like a true worker. There's loads of crowd work going on, like small jokes, callbacks, and just constantly interacting with the audiences while the show is going on, okay? The timing, the pacing, the comedy, the magic, everything is perfectly themed to the show. And here's the best part, he stays true to his character, the Magic Dragon. And then there is Jade, obviously John's wife and stage partner. She appears as a Vegas showgirl, and I have absolutely no idea where she gets her energy from, okay? I told her this, I said, I'm pretty sure every time before you step on stage, you are backstage injecting Red Bull into your veins. Her energy is unmatched, and I absolutely love her. And then of course there is Mr. Piffles, right? Mr. Piffles, or currently it's Mr. Piffles 2, is not just a sidekick in Piff's show. He actually has his own segment. He's the only mind-reading chihuahua in the world, okay? And I absolutely love that segment. It was so good. There was also something in the show that really impressed me from a production standpoint, not just how good the crew was with the lighting cues, sound cues, and effects, and projecting stuff on the LED walls and all that kind of thing. It was also the camera work. The camera work is amazing. Like, I believe it's one of the best things I've seen there in any show, because of it just gives the audiences a different angle of how you can see magic, whether it's close up and all that, and it just gives it it makes the whole show very immersive and multi-dimensional. I absolutely love the camera work. So kudos to your crew over there. Angel and I had an amazing time that night. We couldn't stop laughing and enjoying all the magical moments. You can clearly tell that this show has been polished over a decade of performances, okay? Thankfully, we also got to hang out afterwards. We had dinner, and I also managed to go and visit the Piff Cave, which is his office, and tour a little backstage tour at the Flamingo, which was quite crazy and amazing. Unfortunately, we didn't get to make a video together this time, so maybe next time, okay? Thank you and your team for arranging the tickets and hanging out. John, if you ever watch this, I'm very happy for your success, and you have built something very unique in Las Vegas. And we also managed to snag some merch. That's a tote bag of Piff the Magic Dragon, yeah? And with his classic line, you might also know my elder brother, Steve. Piff the Magic Dragon t-shirt. Ta-da! Very cute. The loser of America's Got Talent. And probably my favorite thing, Mr. Piffles, or Mr. Piffles 2, depending, in his little magic dragon costume as well. Absolutely love this. The next show we watched was Shin Lim at the Plaza Theatre. Now, Shin is also somebody that I've known for a long time. In fact, here's a fun fact for you. He used to perform on cruise ships before the FISM and America's Got Talent success. His show, Limitless, is in a very modern theatre. Huge screens, dramatic lightings, beautiful sets. It's almost like a visual spectacle the moment you enter the theatre. And here's the interesting part. It's not just Shin Lim, it's actually a trio performance. There is Stuart McLeod, a mind reader, and Casey, Shin's wife. Stuart opens the show with his mind reading routines that segue into introducing Shin. And you might imagine that Shin would enter in this like dramatic fashion with playing cards flying everywhere. No, when he comes out, he starts, introducing himself and then interacting with the audience, connecting, and just being himself, which I absolutely love. He then shares his story about starting in magic, his ups and downs in life. I think he mentioned FISM, AGT, and how he got here in his show, Limitless. The way the show is structured is really smart. The storytelling moments from Shin are balanced by the performance of Stuart and Casey. It creates these natural breaks from the big visual magic pieces. Stuart's mind reading segments are incredibly clever and very well thought out. They add a completely different texture to the show. And I'll be honest here, he fooled me very badly with one of the things that he did. I had no idea how it's done, but Stuart was very kind to share the method with me, so Stuart, if you're watching this, thank you. And Casey brings something very unique as well. She combines manipulation magic with her aerial performance and adds another visual layer to the entire production. And of course, there is Shin's magic. Now, Shin performs his signature pieces, the ones that you might have seen online, and even more. Now, watching it live and in person is something else entirely. Now, Shin's segments are beautifully performed, incredibly precise, and very immersive. It's as though the moment he starts performing, he pulls you into his world. And if you know Shin Lim, you know that his magic is very unique. A typical magician like myself would ask you to pick a card, put it back, and somehow I find it. But with Shin, you never really know where this is going, which I feel makes his magic feel more like art. After the show, we had a chance to meet him, and of course we hung out a bit and even made a video together. So if you haven't seen that video yet, I'll link it somewhere over here. I haven't met Shin for, I think, slightly more than 10 years, and the interesting thing is that the conversations just picked up where it left off. From cruise ships, how he hurt his hand, and then FISM, and all this success that has been going on throughout his career. What I appreciate the most about Shin is how rooted he is. He is still extremely humble, extremely friendly, and very grateful for everything that has happened to him. I am so happy for you. Thank you and your team for arranging everything, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. And the last show we watched in Las Vegas is Matt Franco. Now, Matt Franco is the first magician to ever win on America's Got Talent, which eventually led to his residency here in Vegas. Matt performs at the Link Theatre, which is also a very modern theatre setting and it's very audience-focused. What I love about Matt's performance is how authentic he feels on stage, always constantly connecting with the audience and all that. To be honest, the connection that he builds throughout the entire show with the audience is very strong. Not only that, the magic is also very strong. There are pieces that are unique, and it kind of all leads up to this ending. Now, his show has a tagline that says "Magic Reinvented Nightly," okay? And that's what the ending is about. I won't spoil it for you, but every time you watch the show, it'll be a different ending altogether. I love how he took a classic effect and make it unique and make it his own. After the show, we also got to meet him, and I told him that his show is exactly what modern magic should look like, and I really meant that. Huge thanks to Cel Paciente for connecting us. Thank you, Matt, Ryan, and your team for arranging the tickets and the meet and greet, and for all this merch as well. Ta-da! Thank you very much. We're very grateful. So to conclude, after watching these amazing headliners in Vegas, something became very clear to me. It is not just about the tricks, but everything around it. The production, the timing, the crew behind the scenes, and most importantly, the person on and off stage. Because all these magicians, they are all different, right? Different personalities, different styles, different ways of presenting different tricks. And yet somehow they can still create something unforgettable for their audiences. And as a magician myself, it was was all very inspiring to see, because for the longest time I've always believed that it's not just about the tricks, but the connection that you build with the audience, how you make them feel, and how to create moments that they'll remember for life. And after watching all these shows, it felt like a quiet reminder that I'm on the right track. Now, I'm curious, if you have ever watched these shows, which one was your favorite? And of course, what should I watch the next time I'm back? Because something tells me that this won't be my last trip to Vegas. Don't forget to check out these videos as well. Thank you for allowing me to share my first Vegas experience. You guys take care, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one. What?